look, I get like everybody's like super hyped up for Classic, and you guys know that I am in the front of that train. But the problem with it is that it's the same game, right? It is the same game. I want a new game that is developed with the philosophy of Classic. That is what I really want. Like every MMO, and I really mean this, every MMO, the beginning of an MMO is the most beautiful time. It's kind of like whenever you're like talking to a new girl and you don't really quite realize that she's crazy yet. And so you're like, wow, you know, you like Red Hot Chili Peppers? I do too. We're gonna have a life together. And you're just so happy, and like you're talking to her all the time, and you double text her, and you text her good night and good morning, and you know, she's asleep for both of them, so she didn't see it, right? But I mean, like, no memes, right? But you're just like talking to a girl. And that's the way that like a new MMO is. And I know that might sound like fucking stupid, but for anybody that's actually played one of them, it's magical, all right? Because nobody fucking knows anything about the game. They have no idea, and they're just sitting there trying to understand and figure out a new, unfamiliar world, and you're figuring it out with them, and it feels so fucking good. That is what games are all about, man. Like, that's what I've always loved about video. What? Okay, dude, this is really bad. I'm like, well, why would we pull him too? Oh, who gives a fuck? We're like 410 item level. All right, let's go. Yes! JPA donated $5. I have an important question for you. So I bought a mini fridge a few months back, and last week it died on me. You have any problems with yours? I don't leave it on for extended periods of time, only whenever there's something in there that needs to stay cold. I've never had a problem with my mini fridge. Never. I actually, I got another mini fridge that I bought from the thrift store in, I think it was like 2002. And like, imagine, like, I want you guys to go ahead. Yeah, I've never had that happen. Imagine this. You're 12 fucking years old, and your mom, well, actually, I think I bought it with like allowance, which is, you know, basically my mom bought it for me. But like, I got a mini fridge in my room. Like, having a mini fridge in your room at age 12 is basically like owning your own house. It's like, mom can't tell you, no, you can't have another soda, because you're in your own fucking room. You're doing your own thing. Dude, I remember I felt like a fucking adult. I was sitting in there because I had bought a TV, and I was playing Mega Man on PlayStation 1 in my own motherfucking room with my mini fridge. Like, I felt so good, dude. And as you can see, not much has changed. I've got my mini fridge right there next to me now. So yeah, it was a really good time. So I had that mini fridge until I was about like 19 or 20 years old. And what happened is that the top would like ice over. And so we would take an ice pick, and like, not really an ice pick. We'd basically take a hammer, and we'd take a screwdriver and we'd like hammer the screwdriver in there. And we, you know how like the dwarves in the Mines of Moria dug too deep into the ground and awoken the Balrog, and it almost killed Gandalf, you know? Well, imagine digging too deep, but instead of awakening a Balrog, it was the Freon container. And we pierced the Freon container. I remember, dude, it popped the fuck off, and it just sprayed in somebody's face. And it sprayed in my face too. Like, we got it all over ourselves. And I thought to myself, because like, everyone's like, is this toxic? I'm like, well, not gonna be toxic. It's in a refrigerator. If it's in a refrigerator, I mean, like, come on, we eat food out of a refrigerator. We never clean that shit off. Like, it never happened. And I remember very clearly of this happening, and I was so fucking mad that it happened too, because then I had to buy a new mini fridge, and back then I had like no money, so I couldn't buy a mini fridge at all. Like, I used to, I remember I used to buy drinks. I used to buy drinks at Jack in the Box for $1 whenever they had like the summer sale on drinks. And every single time that I'd buy one, I'd use my student loan or my student like grant or whatever, like card that I got. And I would just pray to God that it wouldn't get declined. And there was a time that I bought like a drink and a big Texas cheeseburger, and they declined my card because I was out of money. And I didn't really know. I didn't know how much money was really left on the account or not, so I just kept going. Yeah, it was pretty bad. In a way, like, being poor sucks, But the good thing about being poor is you don't have to worry about running out of money. It's kind of like playing like... there's a lot of things you don't need to worry about because they're already fucked. You know what I mean? And I would never really want to go back to it. But it's certainly... It's like an adventure because you never really know like what's going to happen every single day. No, it is. You still do? Wait, what do you mean? How's that? Wait, how's that a question mark? I'm so confused. I think that's completely reasonable to say. What am I doing wrong? What server on a PTR? I'm on Broxigar server. That's the server I'm on right now. I think it is, right? I don't remember quite offhand, but I think that's what it is. All right, boys, we're about to get this mount right now. Because you can't eat without money. Well, yeah, you know, I'm just saying, like, I mean, like, whenever I say, like, not having any money, I don't necessarily mean having $0. I mean, having almost no money and barely getting by. You know, like, it's a different perspective that you have on life. And I lived through that for years, and so I'm quite used to it, okay? Let's see, running out of money is poor people's #1 concern. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, no, it's a different, like, I guess it's hard for me to explain it unless you've, like, really experienced it. And, like, for me personally, like, I didn't really have any money for, like, basically, like, majority of my life. Like, to put it into perspective, I had a bike that only had one pedal. Like, that's not even, like, a joke or, like, a meme or anything. I literally had a bike with one pedal. And it had, like, all the paint rusted off of it. And it's because my dad didn't want to buy me an expensive bike or anything like that. And, you know, I rode around on that. Yes, kids made fun of me. Yes, it sucked. I mean, I'll be 100%, yeah, it fucking sucked. But there it is, dude. And I've had to deal with that for a long time in my life. You had a bike and think you're poor? Well, yeah, it was a $10 bike. Yeah, I mean, I would say we're pretty poor. Okay, here we go. Why don't you make more money? Because I was 11 years old. Then again, didn't worry the bike could be stolen. That's why I don't have an expensive car. Like, if somebody fucks up my car, I genuinely don't care. Doesn't matter. Like, it's already fucked up. It's stressful to have an expensive car. You're always worried about something going wrong with it. I never worry about something going wrong with my car. I'm gonna get them out right here. Watch. Okay. So, I do want to say one thing. I am going to start trying to, I'm going to do a few things to try to breathe a little bit of life back into my Discord. I've been very lazy about my Discord. I don't really do a lot with it, and that's been the case. Man, is that dandruff? What the fuck is in my hair, dude? Like, fuck, dude. I don't even want to mess with my hair on stream because then it'll make me look more bald. I don't even know what the hell that is. It's so fucking weird. Either way, it could be from the ceiling. Hopefully it's from the ceiling. Actually, I don't know. What's better? Asbestos coming from the ceiling or having dandruff? I think they're both pretty fucking bad. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Point that I'm trying to make here is that I am going to be trying to breathe a little bit of life into my Discord. I'm going to be doing that in a couple of different ways. First way that I'm going to be doing it is in the new Achieve Along. I'm going to let people use the Discord in order to coordinate with each other to do one of the achievements because you're not able to do them solo. That's going to be the first thing that I'm going to do. The second thing that I'm going to be able to do is at the end of my streams, I want to do like maybe a half hour or like maybe an hour hanging out on Discord with everybody at the end of the stream and just like kind of talking with people for like the community and everything. And I think that'll start getting more people like into the Discord and like communicating with each other and, you know, basically building up the larger community. I think the more ways that people are like connected, the more ways that, you know, it helps make the community bigger and better. And so that's what I'm going to be doing too. On top of that, if I start doing things like Mythic Gahoon, etc., I can make a channel in the Discord. I think we already have one where I can start finding people for those different raids. That could be something cool to do as well. As a lot of you guys may or may not know, I went to college for like business, and like my degree specifically was like basically systems administration. So being able to set things up, and I didn't finish the systems administration degree. I have a college degree, but it's not that one. I have a degree in business administration, but I was taking another one about like, you know, just like systems, like computer information systems and just like doing information systems. We are going to do, I'm thinking making these like on Thursdays, doing like community days where I help other people do stuff, right? Like the transmog items, like mount-alongs, all kinds of stuff like that. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to allow people, whenever I do a raid for, like, let's say Glory of the Hellfire Raider, I'm going to create a system to where people can join up, and we're going to do this through Discord, and there can be multiple raids running, all simultaneously pursuing the achievement. So even if you don't get into the first raid, you can still get them out. Nice election speech. It's a good idea. Yeah, it's good. Now, I'm going to be trying to set up a system, like it's going to be basically a pyramid scheme, right? Where, like, let me show you guys. So you have me, and then these are the other leaders. I'm just going to put the L's. Okay. And then these are all the V's. They stand for both viewers and virgins. So trying to get Mountain Wow. And that's going to be all the people that are watching. So that's basically how it's supposed to work. This is my grand design, okay? And I think that it's going to work really well. I'm very, very excited to do a test run of this.